Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Lauren, and today I want to show you how I go about cleaning my houseplants, my houseplant leaves. So there's a couple different ways you can do this and a couple different things you can use. But first I want to go over why you might clean your houseplants. And so why do we clean our houseplant leaves? Why should we clean our houseplant leaves? It helps to promote optimal photosynthesis. Once you clean the dust or the debris from the air from your living space off the leaves, both the top and the bottom, it provides that leaf with better chances of optimal photosynthesis. It also helps combat pests, especially pests like spider mites and mealybugs, because those are types of pests that like to really live on the leaf, whether it be right on the top in where the leaf meets the petiole or on the undersides of the leaf. So if you are someone who tends to clean your leaves often or continually checks your plants, certain things, cleaning your leaves can be a deterrent to pests. And lastly, it makes for prettier plants. You know, I go a while sometimes without cleaning off the leaves of my plants, and when I finally do get to that, I realize just how dusty and dingy they look. And when you clean those leaves off and shine them, your plant really does stick out that much more. So there are lots of different things you can use to clean your houseplant leaves. One thing I heard of people using is just like a soapy water mixture. You mix some water and a little bit of Dawn dish soap and wipe off and clean down the leaves. I've also heard of people using lemon juice, straight lemon juice, and mixing it with water. I've heard of the milk method where people dip a little rag in milk and wipe the leaf clean. It makes the plant leaves really shiny. And you can also buy a product that I think is called like Leaf Shine or something. And it's leaf shine. You shine your leaves with it. And then the last thing I see a lot of people using to clean their leaves is neem oil. And I've done that. I've used neem oil to clean my leaves off as well. I usually dilute it just a little bit, spray it down, and wipe both the top and the bottom part of the leaf with that neem oil. So what I use to clean my plant leaves are peppermint oil, thieves oil, lemon oil, and sometimes citronella. I will kind of switch back and forth between the peppermint and the citronella. If I use peppermint, I typically won't use citronella because the smell together is just a little too much, and vice versa. If I use citronella, I'll cut out the peppermint. And then I add water to that, and also rubbing alcohol to help mix the oils and break them down so they're more easily mixed within the water and are better mixed when I spray them and use them on my plants. Let's make that solution now. I will show you what I use, and I will show you how I mix it up and how many drops of each different thing I add to the solution. What you will need is a type of bottle. I prefer to use glass bottles when I'm mixing this type of solution because I do use lemon, and lemon can break down plastic. It doesn't break it down at a super high rate, so it doesn't really matter if you use the glass or the plastic. I just prefer to use the glass because you're not always cleaning your leaves. So obviously I add lemon oil, peppermint oil, thieves oil, and citronella oil. And this smells really great, and it definitely deters pests. So the good thing about using these oils, especially like the Thieves or another oil you can add, and I sometimes do add, is lavender oil. They act as antibacterial agents and antifungal as well. So it can definitely help prevent bacteria and any type of fungal infections that could potentially happen to your leaves. I'm gonna mix this up. What I do is start out with my rubbing alcohol, because like I said, this kind of breaks down the oil, so when you go to use it, it can be more evenly dispersed when you use it. And I don't add much because this is a very small bottle. I don't even know how much fits in here, but you can tell by size, it's quite small. So I literally just add just a little bit, enough on the bottom, and then I will go ahead and I will add the oils. The oil I usually always start out with first is the Thieves Oil, because this is one of the ones that acts as an antibacterial and an antifungal agent. So I will add about 4 to 5, maybe 7 drops of the Thieves. This is typically what I go the heaviest on when adding it to my mixture, my potion. And now I need to decide, do I want to do peppermint or do I want to do citronella? I personally really love the smell of citronella. It brings me back to the summertime. You know, you're out by the campfire, you got your citronella tiki torches burning, you know, maybe drinking a cocktail. That's what citronella reminds me of, and the smell really brings me back to that. However, this is Christmas time, people, so I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna use the peppermint oil, and I will probably go a little light on it because this peppermint oil is very strong. So I will do about 3 drops of this. Ended up being 4, but that's okay. And then lastly, the lemon. Now the lemon I like because it is definitely what adds the shine to the leaves, in my opinion. And pests, bugs, do not like the smell of peppermint. They do not like lemon or citrusy type of things. Now, when it comes to the smell and spraying this on your plant, it definitely does deter pests. But once the smell of the lemon or the peppermint or lavender, if you choose to use lavender, once that smell dissipates, it kind of stops working. So here I have the rubbing alcohol and all my oils in here. And if I want you to note this, if you are cleaning your plant leaves because you do have a pest issue and you don't have neem oil on hand or other like insecticidal ingredients or whatever you want to call it available to you, you can add a little bit of soap to this to clean your leaves, because that soap will help get rid of the pest if you already have an infestation. Let me go fill this up with some water and I will then show you how I go about cleaning my plant leaves. All right, you guys, I'm back. I filled this up with water and I have some plants here that definitely need to be cleaned. I'm gonna show you how big of a difference this can make. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but the leaves on this silver sword philodendron are very dusty. You can probably, I don't know if you can tell, but I can definitely tell. So all you do is just spray the top of the leaf. You can even spray the petiole depending on the type of plant. If it is something that is very delicate, just pay mind to that. Spray everywhere. I do this first. I don't do it one at a time. I just go ahead and spray the whole plant down, and then I go in and I wipe it off. I typically use a microfiber cloth, but I want to go ahead and use paper towel today because I want to show you how dirty these leaves actually are and how much comes off of this plant, because it does make a big difference. I'm gonna be shocked if I wipe this down and this isn't dirty. But gently get the whole entire leaf and then go back on the undersides and clean that off as well. Paying close attention to where the leaf meets the petiole, especially if you're cleaning to deal with pests. Now, if you're just doing maintenance to make your plants look nice, clean, and pretty, you don't have to pay as close attention to what you're looking at or what you're doing necessarily. But if pests are the reason you're doing this, you need to go ahead and pay extra close mind to those particular areas. Look at that nice, shiny leaf. And it's definitely dirty. It wasn't as dirty as I thought, but over here, this is Calathea Zabrina. I love how this plant feels, but I feel like it continuously has spider mites. It looks like it has spider mites or spider mite damage, but I cannot find any webbing or any mites. I can't see them. If they're there, I cannot see them. So this is one that I would probably rinse off completely first with water and then just spray the crap out of it. Let me lift this sucker up for you. I would get up in there for the fact that these spider mites are not gonna like the Thieves, the peppermint, and the lemon in this solution. And if the purpose for this video was to get rid of spider mites, I would probably add soap too. They don't like the rubbing alcohol either. Sometimes I forget about that because I use it to break down the oil. And you just go through and you wipe down each leaf, the front and the bottom, top and the bottom. And here we go. It definitely looks a lot less dusty. Like it before, it had this like white film looking thing over it. And I will clean this plant every so often and it typically comes back. So this is one I need to pay more attention to and actually start cleaning more because I forget about it. But you guys, it's that simple. There are a lot of different things you can use, like I have mentioned before in regards to cleaning your plant leaves, like the lemon and water, just the straight lemon juice, milk. I want to try that. I've never tried cleaning my plant leaves with milk, but I want to try it. People say it clogs the pores and it will then hurt the plant when trying to, it hurts that optimal photosynthesis that we're trying to all achieve, right? But I don't know if I believe that. I'm just saying. I hope you guys are all doing great this holiday season. I know times are a little different right now, but I hope you're making the best out of it, enjoying yourself to the fullest, and making best out of this holiday time. Thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.